What kind of poem would you like?
About love.
A love poem. Okay. When I first saw you glide by, I captured your essence. Just a slight part of your eye. Just a slight part of your smile. But it was enough to show me who you were. And then, underneath, when I evaluated your movements, I discovered that we were compatible. I discovered your inner thoughts, which were hiding right out in the open. And I came to you, and we smiled, and we did not share right away. But when we did, it was like I knew you for millennia. And then, when I touched, when we touched, when you touched, we became what is love.
Thank you much.
Was that appropriate?
Perfect. That was perfect. You can't imagine how much we learned from the poetry. Can you read at least a couple lines from that in your language?
Sure. Let me start. Vitorota senchushomoka. Lyran torata besinditi. Erekokara tensesambapakitenda.
Thank you.
I will read a nature poem.
Okay.
This is a poem I wrote, by the way.
Okay.
I will take part in that which is called nature. I will come down from a glide and let my feet touch the ground. The yellow, the green, the orange, the red, they come into me and color me, into my eyes, into my heart, into my soul. I then begin to walk, and I can feel the pebbles under my feet. And I start to run because I realized the air is all around me and in me and through me. And I see the trees, and I want them to speak to me. But alas, they cannot. And I touch them, and we commune. And I let this go, and I come back to my space. But I will not forget the urgency that I felt being there.
Thank you much. All right, poetry about ascension. Do you have poems about ascension?
Ancient poems?
Maybe.
I have a poem that might be considered an ascension.
All right.
Okay. One moment, please.
Okay.
We ready ourselves for the sun in the morning. We ready ourselves for the air when we walk outside. We ready ourselves for the light that comes into our eyes and sheds light on the pictures that we see as reality. We are not ready for the night to come, when it comes so soon and so sudden. But yet, the light lifts us through the barriers of darkness and delivers us into the morning once again. We then speak to each other in the wind. We rotate our thoughts in the sun. We share our demeanor with the earth. And we trample not upon the earth, but on the sky.
Wow. Thank you much. Can you read a few lines from in the language, native language?
That language, yes.
Yeah.
Moments.
But can you give an example of a good poetry where you praise your rulers, your race, your planets, and that sort of thing.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Share with me this walk. Share with me this walk. All those who stand on two, share with me this rise. And speak to those who are in high places bending down. They must listen, but not necessarily hear. We are here. Walk alone with us, so that we may know that you understand our hearts and our minds. Rise back up like the head of a flower, and speak to the sky about us, for we are all one together, and we are all together one. And you are rulers and major people. Keep us in your hearts.
Beautiful, wonderful. That's one of the strongest. Do you have revolutionary poems or songs? Like Rise Against Tyranny, that sort of thing.
Oh, those are very ancient.
Yes.
Very ancient.
Uh-huh.
Very ancient. Because we have that no more.
I understand.
We do not rise against. But there was a time on the most recent time was also on Planet 2.
Uh-huh.
And there was a person there about 4 or 5 of your centuries ago who became disoriented and brought people into his disorientation.
Okay.
And was rising against the political views. I'm not sure if it's a poem.
Okay.
But it is something that he wrote.
Okay.
Okay. So his name was 𝗪𝗘𝗧𝗧.
Okay.
And he wrote this. I have to read it, actually.
Sure.
Because I do not have it memorized. One moment. Why is it that you twist my words into jangled metal? Why is it that you do not believe the heart that is within me? Why is it that my words fall on deafness? Why do you torture me with your arrogance? I am but one with many to follow. And why is it that your thoughts are so foreign to me in my senses? I declare that you must be more like me.
Thank you. It's very authentic. And the previous poem, you didn't say the author. The ancient one.
Yes. Which one was that?
The previous. Before that, there was a poem from ancient times about praising the leaders.
Oh, that one was... Oh, let me look. Encore.
Thank you. Now, the topic would be depression and getting out of depression. Suffering and getting out of suffering.
Yes. I meditated long today and fell into abyss. Low down, underneath, within everything, under all. Through the ground, through the core, into space and back. I could not pull myself back to myself. And yet, part of me wanted to stay. The emotion was so deep, so rare, so foreign to me that I needed to study it for a while. When I finally arose. It was the voice of my other that brought me back. She pulled at me until I arose, and then embraced me when I was aware.
Beautiful, thank you much. That's great. How about unanswered love, unhappy love? That's, I would say half of our poetry or more is about unhappy love.
Yes, I have to agree with you, Max, that your poetry is very unhappy love oriented. Broken hearts. Soft, hard, meadow, town, shonda. Broken in my brain. You faced me wrong, faced me inadequate, faced me unsatisfied. And I was not aware of the underneath of the underneath. And you sent a thought that gave me clues of our demise. Enter not, Melalon. Send it off, 𝗪𝗧𝗡𝗧, and you will not be with me now.
Thanks. That's great. What's the author?
Solomon.
Thank you. Wonderful. Anything else comes to your mind which is most useful for listeners? Poems about celebrations?
Oh, there must be a million of those.
The ones which are especially unusual and bright?
But I cannot stay, so I will let somebody else do the celebration poem.
Okay.
I must go to a celebration. You
All
reminded me of that, and I have to go.
I'm sorry. Next time I will not mention that.
I have to go to a celebration, and I must prepare. Because this one has special wardrobe for it, so I must go.
I appreciate your visit. It was extraordinary today. Next time, bring more poems. If you have time and energy, a poem or a prayer or a blessing would be great.
May all your endeavors end in fruitfulness. May all your standards fly like an eagle. Your heart be blessed with love and dignity, and you always be in constant prayer about your identity.
Amen. That's beautiful. Thank you much. And very unusual and very transformational. Thank you.
Thank you. May the blessings of the ages be with you and down through your generations.
Thank you. We can hear and listen to you as long as you can stay. All the poetry and blessings are absolutely incredible. That's a gold mine we found.
I must go now.
Thank you much. I appreciate your visit.
Blessings.
Blessings.
May the blessings of the ages be with you and down through your generations.
Thank you.